Hey guys, I'm Becky and welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to be taking a quick look back at the month of January and how the stock market's been. I feel like I blinked on New Year's Eve and then poof, it's February. I honestly don't know where January went. I feel like it went by so fast, and I think it's a good thing. I think overall the positives outweigh the negatives for the month. It was a more difficult month for me. I struggled a little bit more with trying to write content, quality content I should say, and I knew what I wanted to write about. I know where we're headed with this and what, the steps coming out, but actually sitting down and trying to write it out, it was like physically trying to pull teeth out of my own mouth, and it just was not going very well. I think what really helped me was reminding myself that I have complete control over what's happening with this. I'm the one who's setting my own deadlines. I'm the one who is setting the strategic course for where we're headed in the future and plotting every step that's going to go into that place. I need to make sure that I am going slow and steady. The Army has a phrase that has stuck with me, and that is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And I think this applies to a lot of facets in life. And I think it specifically applies to the situation. If I rush through and honestly put out crap content, it's not going to do me any good. It's not going to broadcast myself the way that I want to, and it's not going to meet the needs of what people are looking for. So I'm going to make sure that I am taking the time, even if that means taking an additional time and not putting out content for a while, to make sure that I'm putting out quality, thorough content that is well researched and what I think is well written for me, that is going to help people. So all in all, I ended up putting out 2 full posts this month. The first one is inflation and the value of money today versus tomorrow. And the second one is the top 20 highest paying careers in the United States in 2022, which I think is very well done. And also, did I mention that I lost another 10 pounds? I don't know if you can notice. Maybe. But I have lost over 10 pounds in January, so I am more than 31% of the way there towards my goal weight, apparently. So I'm really excited about that. I think it is going very smoothly. I think one of the biggest reasons that it's going as well as it is because I'm not looking at it as a diet. I'm really I don't feel like I'm in a diet status, except for my Lickies and Chewies. I think I've made some big lifestyle changes as far as using my standing desk more and being more active with hitting a regimen of weight training, and make sure that I'm walking Jackson, and I'm trying to be more active and less of a couch potato. I think I struggle to find that spark and that passion for a while, and I feel like I am full stride. I know where I'm going, what I'm doing, and what hopefully it's going to look like. And so I really have a positive outlook on the future, and I think that has helped tremendously. And so I honestly don't feel like I'm in a diet probably 80% of the time. There's a couple nights where I'm like, oh, I'm really hungry, but I like to tell myself you're losing the most weight tonight because your body's so hungry, and somehow that just helps me get through that rough patch. But I think overall I'm doing really well with it. I'm losing weight faster than I wanted to, but not crazy fast. I think 2 pounds a week is about the limit of where I'm pushing right now, and so I might actually end up increasing my calories a little bit just to make sure that I'm not losing weight faster than that. So if we can maintain that 1.5 to 2 pounds a week, I will be happy with that. So smooth sailing with that. And I had a really good month with dividends, not to mention my newest side hustle, which I will tell you about in a little bit. So let's jump into my stock portfolio. We all know that my portfolio is set to function as a long-term dividend growth account where I'm reinvesting my dividends month over month, and eventually will hit hopefully $2,000 a month in dividends. Overall, January was a pretty rough month for the stock market. There was a lot of freakouts, we'll say. It dipped down a little bit. The S&P 500 took a major hit. It's been, pretty negative on it so far. But overall, it's been pretty nasty for a lot of investors, and I hope that if you have investments that you're looking at with a long-term approach and not a short-term approach, and you're making the right decision right now for 10, 20, 30, or even 50 years from now. Overall, my portfolio dropped just under 1%, and I closed out the month with a balance of $30,744. And my lending club has finally dropped down below $300. It's now about $288 with 6 outstanding loans that are working their way through the process. For January, I received $5 in interest returns, however you want to say it, from Lending Club. Whoop whoop. And $114.97 from dividends. My highest dividend payout came from one of my personal favorite stocks, a New York Mortgage Trust, ticker symbol NYMT, which came out with a whopping $40 again. I have a large chunk of my portfolio in that. My second highest earner came from ticker symbol NRZ at $9.75, and my smallest dividend came from ticker symbol STAG at a whopping 12 cents. And did I mention that I've started to dabble in stock trades again? It's been a while since I've done them, so I'm taking it slow and easy and making sure that I haven't lost my mojo, which I'm not sure I really ever had to begin with. But I think we're doing all right. I made a whole 7 cents from 3 swing trades in January. So here's what they were. My first swing trade was with 25 shares of ticker symbol WISH. I bought in at $2.78 a share and then sold that at $2.81 a share with a return of 73 cents or 1.05%. My second trade was with 17 shares of ticker symbol VVOS. I bought in at $2.38 a share and then I ended up selling it at $2.22 a share. I lost $2.74 in the trade, or about 6.77% off of that. And I'm really glad that I got out of that when I did, because once you drop down into the dollars, it just doesn't look pretty. You get dinged a lot more. It turns into almost penny stock, and there's additional fees regarding that. And so I could have potentially waited for the upturn on it, but I wasn't going to risk that dropping down and not actually having an upturn. So I cut my losses and got out at $2.22 a share. And then my third trade for January was with 15 shares of ticker symbol GRAB. I bought in at $5.68 a share, watched it drop down, managed my emotions, watched how the candlesticks were going, and made my judgment call at $5.82 a share when I saw it flatlining. And I'm glad that I made the call, because it flatlined for a little bit and then it dropped pretty significantly. So I picked the right time to get out when I did. I picked the wrong time to get in, but I still made money off of it. So we're learning off of these trades, and we're doing this with less than $100 on each one of these trades. And then, of course, I reinvested the earnings from my dividends and my 7 cents from trading and bought more shares in ticker symbol NLY, ticker symbol O, and ticker symbol OHI, just rebalancing my internal portfolio, most of that going to real estate because that is dropping down significantly. So now I think it's time for me to introduce you to my newest side hustle, which would be donating plasma. If you can't tell, I've got a nice little mark on my arm from donating just the other day. I think that overall it's going a lot better than I anticipated. I thought it would be more of a physical demand on my body than it actually is, and I'm recovering really, really quickly with almost, like, you can't even really tell that I've donated anything. It just kind of feels like a normal day. I'm making sure that I'm staying hydrated and going through all the steps, but it's going really well. I made 4 donations in January, and from that I earned $500, and that's because I fell under the new donor category, which gives you a special like bonus time for the first 6 to 8 times that you donate, depending on how much money it is and what location you're going with. And so I'm really happy with getting $500 for only a few hours of my time for January. And I plan on donating once a week for the next foreseeable future. I'm estimating that I will probably earn about $180 a month off of the regular returning donor rates. And then to wrap it up, I am looking forward to February. I think it's going to be a short but really good month for me. I've been making a lot of progress on getting the podcast up and running. Got a new cable in to fix one of the issues that I had with filming, and we've had some issues with COVID and weather and rearranging dates and all of that. But I've got a plan. We're going to work with it. Hopefully it's going to be coming out the end of February. And if you would like to be on the podcast, where we talk about your career and what you've gone through and all that, feel free to shoot me an email. Our email is enduringfinances@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to set something up with you. One of the most exciting things that I'm doing in February, there's a photography event where a photographer actually biked across Iceland in the middle of winter, and he's doing a presentation and question and answer and just kind of like a meet and greet with some people about his experience. And so I'm excited to go to that and meet this photographer and some like-minded people, and I think it's going to be really good. And I actually might be going camping towards the end of February, depending on the weather. If it's too cold, we won't go. But I'm going to be working on getting my camper set up, my camper shell, I should say, getting that insulated a little bit and trying to make sure that it's ready to withstand some colder weather. But overall, I think we are on to a good start for 2022, and I have nothing but positive vibes for how it's going to play out. So I'll see you next time, guys.